How to start a business online after 50. The data, the tools, the mindset, and why 2026 is your year. Brian McKinney, Learn More Technologies, 50 Plus Tech Bridge. A 50-year-old founder is 2.8 times more likely to build a top performing company than a 25-year-old. Not 2.8%, 2.8 times. That is not a motivational quote. That is peer-reviewed data from MIT and Harvard, drawn from a study of 2.7 million business founders. The average age of the most successful startup founders is 45. The 60-year-old outperforms the 30-year-old by a factor of 3. And yet the most common thing I hear from adults over 50 is, "Isn't it too late?" The answer is no. But there is a more urgent question you should be asking. How much longer can I afford to wait? Because the ground is shifting under everyone's feet, and the people who move first will own the next decade. Why this cannot wait. In the first 3 months of 2026, 78,557 tech workers were laid off. Nearly half of those cuts, 48%, were directly attributed to AI and automation. CFOs privately admit that AI-driven layoffs will be 9 times higher this year than last. AI is eliminating 16,000 US jobs every month, and Glassdoor calls this the forever layoff era. Companies making continuous, quiet cuts rather than one-time events. This is not a blip, it is the new normal. And if you are over 50, you feel it more than most. 64% of workers 50 and older have seen or experienced age discrimination at work. 74% of older job seekers believe their age is a barrier to getting hired. AI-powered hiring algorithms are filtering out applicants over 50 with youth bias screening. Age discrimination cases have risen 2 years in a row. Here is the stat that should change how you think about everything. 1 in 4 entrepreneurs aged 55 and older started their business because they were pushed out. Not because they wanted to, because the door closed behind them. But here is what the companies doing the cutting do not understand. The same AI tools they are using to downsize are the exact tools that let one experienced person build an entire business for $200 a month. The workforce they are discarding is the workforce that outperforms everyone else when given the chance. And the data proves it. Adults 50 and older are not just surviving as entrepreneurs, they are winning at higher rates than any other age group. 70% are still in business after 5 years, compared to 24% for younger founders. 52% of post-layoff entrepreneurs end up paying themselves more than their previous employer did. The companies are restructuring. The question is whether you will let them decide your future or build your own. Carmen, 60, is an interior designer stuck in a sales job she dreads. Her true passion, creating beautiful spaces, feels out of reach, blocked by technology she doesn't understand and systems she doesn't have. Each time she looks for help, her frustration grows. Here's what stands in her way. 1. Tech jargon that leaves her confused and powerless. 2. Promises that end in disappointment. 3. Money spent on solutions that go nowhere. All Carmen wants is clear, practical help. She's overwhelmed, pressed for time, and technology makes her feel out of her depth. She knows a new website could change everything, but building one feels impossible. Still, she's determined to find a way forward that doesn't require her to become a tech expert. The data says you are right on time. I am 65 years old. I started Learn More Technologies with a folding table at a public library and a belief that adults 50 and older deserve better than what the system has been offering them. Today, 23 organizations have invited us in. 347 pioneers have completed our programs at a rate 3 times the industry average, and I built the entire operation. The website, the videos, the courses, the marketing, with AI tools that cost less than a car payment. Here is what I have learned about starting an online business after 50 in the age of AI. Not theory, not inspiration, what actually works. The world changed in your favor. Just 2 years ago, starting an online business meant learning code, hiring designers, and spending months building a website before you made a dollar. Today, AI agents handle all of that as a daily reality, not a gimmick. I use an AI agent that writes code, builds web pages, produces video, manages files, and creates marketing content. I direct it the way I would a team, in plain English. The difference? This team costs $200 a month and works 24/7. The key skill now isn't programming, but orchestration. Here's how it works. 1. Tell the AI clearly what you need. 2. Review the output. 3. Apply your own judgment. This is a communication skill. If you've spent years managing people, running projects, or solving problems, you already have it. You don't need to understand how the engine works.